What's up, AfterBuzzers? We are here talking another episode of Casual. This one is entitled 100 Cows. Make sure to tune in so you know the reason why.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AfterBuzz TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
Best song ever.
Just starting with the random feel-good jam.
Yeah. It's gotta feel good, you know?
We are the day after the 4th. I'm hurting a little bit, to be honest. Still,
Yeah, so everyone needs a little uplifting song. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another Casual Tuesday. We are here breaking down episode 6 entitled 100 Cows. I'm your host, Abby Vega. You can find me on Twitter and on Instagram at _Abby Vega. And where can they find all of you?
Hi, guys. You guys can find me on Twitter at Quinn Scillian.
Hello. You can find me on everything at Kelch, ZACHKELCH.
Hey, guys. You can find me on Instagram and on Twitter at Renee Ariel.
All right, guys. So I get so excited to watch this show every week. I am absolutely loving it. And I kind of love how every week it kind of, I don't know, different characters get more attention than others. So you can really focus on that. So this episode, I want to start off talking about Laura and Aubrey.
Oh, my gosh.
I don't like where this is
Not
going.
into
Yeah,
it.
what are you guys thinking about this?
It's weird because last week my prediction was like Laura's going to be too into it. And then what happened this week was that like Aubrey was like, hey, do you want to hang out? And Laura was like, pump the brakes. Until Aubrey was like, no, wait, I'm trying to go hang out with some dudes. And Laura was like, oh, all right.
That really confused me because I was with you. I thought that it was weird how she flipped. I didn't really understand why. I watching the party scene and everything changing, I still don't really kind of understand what she's thinking or what has changed for her, because she was very standoffish at the idea of it developing into something more than just two friends kissing or whatever. But then the end of the episode, that's all her taking the reins.
pretty
I
much.
took it differently. I took it as, you know, at the beginning of the episode, you see Laura go up to Aubrey being like, are we cool? And Aubrey just kind of, why wouldn't we be? As if it's something that happens all the time.
Right.
Yeah.
And then when she asked about going to a party, I didn't take that as Laura like blowing her off. I took it as Laura kind of trying not to be super needy.
Yeah.
And her being like, oh, I don't know, I might have something.
No, see, I think that was her trying to like establish a boundary.
See,
Yeah.
I didn't. I took it as I think Laura is super into Aubrey. And I think she kind of caught on after Aubrey didn't think the kiss was a big deal, that, oh my gosh, maybe she isn't very into it.
But
So maybe it will end up being Laura being the one who's a little bit...
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, okay.
I think Laura is going to be overly into it, and Aubrey, I think for Aubrey it's more of a just, this is, she's here, she's now, like, I'm just going to go with it.
living in the moment.
Yeah.
I think Laura's confused and doesn't really know what to do next. And since Aubrey shrugged it off, she was like, oh, yeah, like, whatever. And then at the party, she was like, okay, now I'm more confused. I'm just going to go with it. Like, what? Because Laura kind of shrugs everything off, guys. It's just her personality.
Right.
And then in the bedroom, I mean, that just kind of happened. It wasn't like a planned... Even though I think Laura was a little confused, too. I mean, why would you go
That
into a
was
bedroom and
weird.
shut the door? Oh, let's send them bra pics.
Like,
Oh,
that's the
yeah.
other thing. Y'all, she already had a sex tape in the first season. Why is she now doing more of this? I don't know.
That's, first of all, the Spencer thing, because we talked and we said that we thought there was a reason that Laura had that drug deal interaction with Spencer. We find out he has those drugs because he has cancer.
Yeah.
So that was kind of, oh, okay,
Yeah.
I understand why they put that in. But what did you guys think of the whole, care package? That was weird, right?
So weird. I oh my gosh, I just didn't understand. I mean, Aubrey's kind of a weirdo as is. I mean, so is Laura, but I didn't see Laura being like, yeah, that's a good idea. I felt like she would just go with it, but then she got into it. I don't know. I don't think Aubrey's the best influence, and I don't think she should be a romantic interest for her.
What I'm thinking is really interesting is the show's commentary on like millennials in romance. So we're seeing a lot of things being very public, obviously with this sex tape last season and with us taking pictures in our bras and everything this season. Same thing with when we're sitting there watching them play Kings and how the guys were pretty open to kissing and da-da-da-da-da, and how like the girls are kind of open to just like, you know, kind of being kind of like sexually fluid and everything. And I'm really wondering what kind of what kind of statement the show is trying to make in terms of like how it's handling this kind of young, new, fresh sexuality.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I feel like Laura, like, I think she doesn't know who she is enough because she's still, especially like with the new school and kind of developing this new crunchy, hippie kind of a lifestyle around her at the school. It's kind of influencing her, I think, a lot more than she is aware of, because I think she's just now kind of having like a say yes moment where she just is really not, she's kind of just gonna say yes to things that she's not necessarily used to.
Yeah, and I think she wants to be like Aubrey. She wants to be this kind of person where she can be sexually free and she can kind of be a say yes and she can just kind of do things, live really in the moment and live really impulsively. But we know that this is a family of overthinkers.
Right.
And there's just no way that she's going to be able to do these kind of impulsive things and not ruminate on it
Right.
and read more into it and want more or want less or, what have you.
I agree with that completely, because right now I think that she's kind of just following Aubrey. Whatever Aubrey does, she kind of takes the lead and she just goes with it. And I think that's the thing, is she wants to be like that, to be that carefree, because like how she saw Aubrey react, it was like no big deal that they kissed. And I think she's going to try to emulate that, but I just don't think it's going to come easily for her. And I think we're going to see her struggle with how she's really feeling and if she's going to be able to continue to do those kind of things.
Right.
But so to transition into a different character, because that was the main focus of Laura this episode, but we kind of get last episode brought into this one. When Drew calls Val, did you guys think that's what he was calling her about? I didn't.
I didn't even think about that. I was like, what? I honestly didn't know. I was like, why does he want to come over? I wasn't really sure. Also, I love how chill Val was on the phone with Drew. I just loved Val this episode. But
I did too. I liked her this episode.
She was so just like, yeah, whatever, sure, come over. Like, did not care, and I loved it.
It's so relieving.
I know.
Yeah, she needed to take a chill pill.
I think we all kind of predicted that she was gonna go much darker or crazier quickly, and she's now she's having like a renaissance of Val.
But but to reiterate what I was just saying is that like maybe Val is also trying to play cool and kind of be this kind of kind of go with the flow, kind of like I'm gonna have sex with one guy and then text the other guy while while he's out of bed and all this kind of stuff. And we just I just don't see them being this chill.
Yeah, she's not cut out for it at all.
Oh, she's gonna get one more guy and she's gonna be over her head.
Yeah. And what was interesting about Val this episode is you see in the beginning that Jennifer's talking to her saying, you should text Harry, all of this stuff. But then she also brings up Jack, I think his name, right?
By the way, can I say that I called this?
Yes, you did. You said he was going to come back.
I knew that there was going to be a relationship with these two.
Yes, and what was interesting, what I kept predicting this whole episode, because you can tell that Val and Jack have the better connection.
They vibe. They totally vibe.
100%. And so what is making me nervous about this whole situation is she ended up going in for Harry, and I'm nervous that Jack is going to be the type of guy who's not into that and not getting to play. He wants to be straightforward, and it's going to end up screwing Val over. What do you guys think is going to play out with this whole triangle?
I don't know. I think Val was saying a lot of stuff to Harry tonight that she doesn't really mean. Like kind of being like this whole let's just be honest on this date. And that's a really great way to connect with someone. And I think that she was trying to, I think she really played it off like she was more interested in him than she was.
Right. I think she probably was having a lot more fun quickly than she thought, and so she just kept going with the fun. And if I had to guess, what's going to happen is that that there will be legitimate feelings with Jack, but she's going to keep things going with Harry because she feels like she can be that cavalier now, and Jack's going to find out or something, and then the legitimate relationship that she could have had with him is going to get foiled because of
I think you're on the right track for sure.
I don't know.
Okay.
I feel like we have to always assume she's not going to end up happy.
I know. We're always just like, it's not an if, it's a when. This is going to be a complete disaster.
I don't know. I think she does like Harry. I thought in the beginning it was going to be a really boring date, and then when she went to be like, let's just be honest on the date, and they were like, the wine tastes like dirt. I kind of felt the connection. I thought that's why she went home with them to begin with, is because she felt the connection. And then it kind of made her smile that Jack did end up texting her, and I think she's going to try the player route. But I do think it's going to be like Harry versus Jack. I don't think it's...
Who do you think is the better match for her?
I mean, I think she needs to be alone for a little bit longer. I also think she found out all of Jack's problems real quick. He doesn't sound like a walk in the park to date. Harry, it seems pretty simple. I do think she'll probably lean towards a more complicated person because, especially when you're not completely emotionally available, you tend to be drawn to people that are more complicated that won't fit you completely.
Because you maybe don't think you deserve something so easy.
Yeah, and you can't open up yourself completely, and they won't either. So it's like perfect. And it just felt less vulnerable with Jack, just because it was in like a therapy setting. It was just joking, it was playful.
Did you think that his therapy stuff was like endearing? Like I thought that was like
weird.
Way red flag. Like he just like shows up.
Issues.
Yeah.
He's a weirdo.
We want to like him, but
he is a complicated character, which is why I find myself rooting for him. There's something about him I like. He's a little dangerous. He's a little bit of a dick. He's a little, not what Val should be looking for, which is exactly why I think that he's what she needs.
Yeah. I also thought that when she kind of brought up the whole thing, like, let's be honest, I thought she was going to straight up say, I only went out with you because I was trying to. I don't know why I thought she was going to say that, and then she didn't.
Because she puts her foot in her mouth.
Another thing that makes me nervous is
she's an asshole.
You see this play out time and time again, this is a very different type of comedy. So they could go a different route, but I feel like in comedies, whenever you see the person
Is it a comedy?
try to be. It's a dark comedy.
Are we gonna call it a comedy?
It's
Because
a
I'm
dark,
not really laughing.
I think it's a dark comedy.
Quinn and I on the way over here tonight, we were like, I haven't laughed in
No,
watching
but
the show in a while.
It's incredibly
I just
compelling.
like enjoy moments, but it's like it's not.
See, I laugh.
I think it's a dark comedy.
It's a dark comedy, but I'm saying like they usually, whenever that person who isn't casually the player trying to two-time, you see it in Sex and the City with Charlotte, like it just ends up going terribly wrong. So I'm curious to where this is really gonna go.
Yeah, and the show
if it's gonna continue more than just this episode. Or
But it's like not predictable. The show is not predictable at all. Every single time we're like, oh, well, maybe it's going, like even when we thought the friendship with Jennifer was going to get weird, it just is such a normal life.
But now the way I see it, that the way the pieces are falling, that it's all going to blow up at the same time, because now so much of it is interconnected. Like, because if she screws these two guys over, they're now in the circle that Jennifer has introduced her to, and it's only going to blow up other relationships she has with people.
And going off that same thing, I'm still kind of waiting for another male relationship to enter Laura's life, whether it's a romantic one or a platonic one, and I keep kind of waiting for whoever that's going to be, and I think this guy David that we met tonight is also a good candidate for that, for her.
Which guy?
The guy at the party?
David or whatever. Yeah, we'll see. Maybe we might see more of him, so that would be interesting.
Okay. Yeah, I also think that Spencer is going to be brought back into it. I don't think that they would draw... Spencer's the kid with cancer. I don't think that they would draw this much onto his character if he wasn't going to come back up. But I don't know. So the last character we kind of have to talk about is Alex. We run out of time so quick. But so we have Alex, and he God bless him, because he is just, I don't know where this is going with him. Like, I don't know where this storyline is going. He is a mess. It shows him kind of wanting to now, because he thinks that Sarah is psychologically messing with him. He's trying to do the same with this wedding gift. And he keeps calling Leon about the frickin' cows and all of this stuff. He ends up donating 100 cows, but they don't even know it. What are you guys thinking about
The thing with Alex, which I relate to him so strongly with, is that I will kill myself over a what if versus a rejection tenfold. And that's where he is right now. When he lives in this hypothetical world, it drives him insane and he doesn't know what to do. So in his mind, because she has not outright been like like stop it, cut it off, all this stuff, even like tonight when she does confront him at the house, it's the most half-assed, like she's still looking at him like it was as if you could physically see her almost lean in to come into the house.
Yeah. Do you guys think that Alex even wants to be with her, or is it just an ego thing?
I think he does. I think he had a revelation. No, I think he had a revelation when he was talking to his dad. He's like, oh my gosh, I really loved her. And now I think he's trying like all these ways to get her attention in like crazy, funny Alex ways.
But I don't think that necessarily means that they're supposed to, like, he really wants to be there. I just think that he is bruised and he's trying to save face, and he's just trying to... I think it really is an ego thing. We know that Alex is such a narcissist.
But I think he thinks he wants to be with her. Maybe once he has her, because it is kind of we want what we can't have. Maybe once he actually like obtains her and they're together, he'll be like, oh wait, this isn't what I want. But I think right now his like actual intent is to go back.
And I don't know though. It's so hard with him and Val and these things, especially with the ties of their parents. Now that he knows that it's ultimately his dad who screwed this relationship up for him, even though he cheated on her anyway. You could really analyze it as, is he trying to fix another thing that his parents messed up? And if he legitimately even wants a relationship, we don't know.
This relationship with Sarah, that's like another FU to his dad.
Right.
And like, I think
you kind of can't tell with him where the motivation comes from.
I think right now he truly, genuinely thinks that's what he wants.
Yeah, I agree.
Whether it's because of his dad or because
Psychological,
of, I think he
Especially
thinks
since it's
that's
in
what
his
he
face
wants.
all the
Yeah.
time right now.
Yes.
Like, it's always around. It's all he can think about, even in his workplace.
Yeah.
And yeah.
I don't think there's any bad intentions with him. I don't
No.
think he's just trying to do it just to show that he can.
No.
I think he
But
thinks
he
that that's what he wants
probably-
right now.
He's convinced
Yeah.
And
himself.
also, I'm so excited in this episode. We're introduced to more Britt Robertson's character of Fallon, which went a direction I was
No.
not expecting. Were you guys expecting her?
I mean, I knew they were
Fallon
gonna
is a
hook up.
fierce name.
Such a fun
I
name.
know.
I knew they were gonna hook up. I mean, everybody spotted that a million miles
Right.
away. This whole like, she literally slapped him with papers like the second
Yes.
he walked in the door. It was very, very bizarre. I have
was
no.
so funny.
It was.
I have no idea what is there. Is there an ulterior motive to her doing
I
this?
don't know. I think she might just be a little cuckoo.
No, I
that's
think
what I'm
I
getting.
think truly she's probably just gonna be like like a wild card for him right
Yeah.
now. That's like, I feel like she probably is not gonna ultimately have any bad intentions, but her character is just a little crazy. And I mean, the paperwork, I guess, technically is gonna be a good idea as far as sleeping in the workplace kind of a thing.
I don't know.
goes.
I don't know what that's gonna do with him. I mean, his
Yeah.
relationship with Pete Campbell, Jordan, whatever,
Yeah, it's
is
gonna
already
go.
so strained as it is. I have no idea what this is gonna do.
But again,
to
it was
his office. I mean, like, I really feel like he's hanging on by a thread here.
But the thing is that's weird now is that I don't know her name. What's his ex's
Sarah.
name? Sarah.
Sarah.
How jealousy came from this that he
Yes.
didn't expect. So if anything, now for all we know, like, they're gonna be in a legitimate relationship, him and Fallon, just to throw it in her face more. Like,
Yeah.
I can see her becoming
Him using her just to
Yeah.
kind
Oh
of
yeah.
leverage.
Well,
Yeah,
obviously, because
absolutely.
you see that. One thing I really want to touch on real quick too is you see a lot. I love seeing Alex and Leon. That's always been one of my favorite relationships, and you see that more. It's so funny to me how Alex, he leans on Leon, I think, more than
Absolutely.
he even realizes.
Apparently he
and
knows what he does for work, though.
Yes, exactly.
I know.
I thought that was
He's like,
one
"You know,
funny
I'm
thing.
not
He's
a
like,
lawyer, right?"
yeah, you know, I'm not a lawyer, but I'm very curious. I guess this leans a little more into predictions, but I think Alex is in for a wake up call because right now he leans on Leon, and Leon kind of just not drops everything, but is such a good friend to him, not expecting Alex to do that in
Right.
return.
Yeah.
I see something happening with Leon where he really needs a friend, and I just don't see Alex fully being there.
That's
or
what I
something.
was gonna say. Is this is like this relationship has really been played for laughs, like hit very, very, very
Yeah.
hard. That Alex is just like using Leon, and that he doesn't really care about Leon's well-being or his life or his friends or anything like that. And it's gonna be one of those things that was kind of like an underlying joke that's gonna end up being like some serious drama down the line.
Yeah, because I feel like Alex truly does look at Leon as a friend. I just don't think that Alex knows the full meaning of what it is to be a friend. I don't think he looks at
he's
Leon
self-absorbed.
exactly.
Yeah.
He's very self-absorbed, so I don't think he's doing it intentionally to like hurt Leon. But I think it's gonna come. There's gonna be an interaction with them where he's just not gonna be able to be that true friend. Do you
Yeah.
guys get that vibe?
I see something happening with Leon. I don't know exactly how it will go down. I do see
It might
them.
not even happen this season.
Yeah,
Right.
but I mean, Leon's kind of falling out of the picture a little bit in episodes. He's not present as much, you know, like we had him for a little bit while he was helping Alex, but I don't know. Again, the show, you really don't know what's going to
Yeah.
happen next. They could really do anything with all of these
Right.
characters.
You want to get into predictions?
Yeah, I was gonna say we got a couple minutes left, so let's just dive into predictions.
And now, your AfterBuzz TV.
The predictions.
Predictions.
Who wants to go
Who wants to go first?
Oh my gosh.
I mean, I can go.
Yeah, go
So
for it.
I'll
Okay, go for
first.
it, girl.
Okay, so like I said, I think Val is gonna realize that she has no interest with Harry. I would actually like to see her and Jack, because I want to see her with like a new relationship. Because since her divorce, it's kind of just been her trying to dive and her just being very awkward. And to me, her and Jack from that game night, they had a true, chemistry, a connection, even though
Kind of an oil and water kind of situation.
even though it's not probably the ideal guy that she would be looking for, I think that she's gonna find that they would maybe balance each other out, and I think he might be good for her.
Oh, I think she needs like kind of like a crass
Yeah,
jokester because
she does.
she's just
'Cause
so
she's,
uptight.
She's so uptight. So I think that those two, I would like to see that, and I hope that her trying to play the field and like do too many things at once doesn't come back to bite her, because that's not really her who wants to do it. It's her getting influenced. And then I also think I do think that Laura, like we said, she's way more into Aubrey. I think that's gonna go downhill for her. But that's all I've got right now.
Yeah, I definitely think we're in for some kind of fight with Aubrey and Laura. I don't really know if that's going to come from Laura feeling like Aubrey isn't giving her enough time, or if that's going to come from Laura wanting to find some kind of, I don't know, something elsewhere. I'm not really sure yet, but I definitely think that we're in for a fight for them probably in the next episode or two. Actually, maybe next episode.
Yeah.
And then I think we're going to have a moment. Like, I predicted earlier in the season that Drew and Val might actually have sex again, but I actually think that we're in for a moment where Drew confronts Val about not being ready to marry his new, or whatever. He's going to have kind of like a freak out moment. He's going to seek Val's advice, or he's going to kind of try and find some consolation with her. So I think that's going to come up soon. And I also think that Alex and Sarah might reconnect, like, romantically. We're going to have to see.
I feel like that's down the line in the season. I feel like that's going to be more of like a climactic thing. 'Cause it seems like the Alex trajectory is moving slower than the other two. But Laura, I'm thinking that the blow up, I think, does seem like it's probably going to be soon between her and Aubrey. And if I had to guess, kind of hoping and knowing the way that maybe sometimes these relationships works, I feel like it's going to make a blow up, and then but Val and Alex are going to be so unaware what's going on that it's not going to come out to them that it was a romantic relationship until after the fact, and it's going to be this whole other conversation that has to
we're
be
still
had.
seeing Val be a little absent from Laura's life.
Oh, yeah.
As usual.
Of course.
She's always
What's
so,
new?
I mean, she's always so, more interested in whatever she's got going on that it's like she really is not a very attentive mother.
Right.
No, she's not. But she did say in the last episode, she's a great mom, Valerie. I think that Valerie is going to continue dating Harry for a short period of time while she's seeing Jack, and then break it off with Harry. And then Jennifer's going to have one of her game nights. Harry's going to be there, and there's going to be a confrontation between Harry and Jack because it's going to be out of nowhere for Harry. I also think that Laura and Aubrey are going to continue this weird, like, unsure gray area for a while until Laura says something, and then I don't even think it'll be a big blowout. I think they'll just be like, okay, whatever, and then it'll be over, but it will affect Laura. And lastly,
I think Laura's going to want to put a label on it, and Aubrey's going to be like,
Yeah.
that's not me, or something, and it's going to,
Yeah, and then I also think that Alex is going to continue, like, playing these games with Sarah, and then I would love to see him, like, interrupt a wedding or something with Sarah. I know that's super dramatic for casual,
It's
but I would
also a little
love that.
cliche.
I
I don't know
would
if they're going to
love
go down
that.
that line.
Yeah.
I object,
But it would be so funny. I would love to see that.
Well, everyone, those are our predictions, and we'd love to hear your predictions, so make sure you comment below. Make sure you follow AfterBuzz TV on Instagram, subscribe on YouTube, on Twitter, and make sure to send us your comments and what you're thinking. You can follow me, Abby Vega, @_Abby Vega, and where can they find you?
You guys can find me on Twitter @Quinn Scillian. You can find me on Instagram @QuinnStagram, and you can add me on Snapchat @QuapChat.
Clap, clap. Have a good night, guys. You can find me on social media @ZachKelch.
Hey guys, you can find me on Instagram and on Twitter @Renee Ariel.
Thanks, guys. Make sure to watch Casual on Hulu on Tuesdays. Bye.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Is that an accident?
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.